Here we go. Checking this problem out, everybody. Let's start with the question. Quickly, in 1 or 2 or 3 words, what are we looking for? Be specific and quick. Go. What are we looking for in this problem? Green crayons, right there. How many green crayons are in the container? Sounds good. Instantly, you need to, take attention right there. Green crayons, that's what I want. So, boom. I want blank number of green crayons, again, in the container. Okay, great. Immediately, I want to start looking at the information, and there are some key words that are going to give away exactly what type of problem this is. There are 3 types of crayons in the container: green, blue, and red. The container has a total of 144 crayons, and pay attention right here, ratio. And the ratio of green to blue to red crayons is 2 to 4 to 6. But right there, the word ratio tells you that this is going to be a proportion problem. They give you the ratio of green to blue to red, and now they're having you find the actual number of green. Comparing the same things in the same way is what we notice. This is absolutely going to be a proportion problem. Let's pause really quick, because my question is, regardless of whether you think this question is easy or hard, are you prepared to answer more like this? Do you understand everything that you need to know leading up to this, like fractions, decimals? All of these questions that I'm asking you are legitimate questions that every successful ASVAB test taker needs to ask themselves. And so tracking your progress, guaranteeing that you know you're ready, that's the #1 way to prepare. And that's why we designed our progress dashboards for the math basics, arithmetic reasoning, and math knowledge. No more do you have to guess and hope for the best in terms of, hey, I practiced for 2 days straight, I hope I'm ready. That happens way too often, and then people move on only to find out that they weren't ready and then time was wasted. So don't waste time. When you have a plan and a progress book like this that's lined up for you from beginning to end, you are absolutely 100% guaranteed to grow. So if you're happy about that or excited, go ahead, click the link in the description of this video or text me at 567-698-8867. Text me asking me about how the program works. I'm more than happy to take time out of my day to make sure that you're successful. So don't waste time. Let's make sure you get the score you want in that job you deserve. Hit me up, click the link in the description, and let's get you in there. So everybody, here's the thing. You always want to base your proportion off of the question. So you're looking for the number of green crayons. We got to see if there's another thing about the container that we know about. Everybody, what other piece of information do we know about the number of anything in the container? We're looking for the exact number of green crayons. Do we know the number of red or blue or something else that might be useful here? Landa, thank you. We have the total. We have the total. And because we have the total, bam, we can write that here. We're looking for blank green crayons, 144 total. I'm going to set my proportion up by comparing the same things in the same way. Immediately, you want to set it up by comparing green to total, and that's going to be the same thing on the right side. We're looking for, let's say, for G green crayons, and we have 144 total. So green and total. Now let's take a look at the other piece of information that they give us to show you how to set this up super quick. They tell you that the ratio of green to blue to red, right over here, is 2 to 4 to 6. So if that means if you read it in order, it goes green, red, or green, blue, red. So green corresponds to 2, blue corresponds to 4, red corresponds to 6. So what I know for myself right now, my party people, is that, hey, that green, that 2, that belongs right here. That represents green, so I'm good. But what am I going to put down here? Well, we have to represent the same things in the same way. The tops represent green, the denominators, the bottoms, represent total. And so we're going to add these right here. We're going to add them up. 2 plus 4 plus 6 is what? 12. Exactly. So we plug that in right there. And now we can solve. We can cross multiply and divide, or we can use our compare the same things in the same way method, which will actually give us a much easier time, because if you take a look here, I can go from 12 to 144 by multiplying by 12. And if I'm comparing the same things in the same way, if I'm going to go from right to left, multiplying by 12, then I'm going to go from right to left, multiplying by 12. 2 times 12 is what? 24. And that's where that comes from. And there we go. And this is a G. So excuse my horrible handwriting. That is a G, not a 6. That is a G. That is a G. But that's how we can get the answer rather quickly, or you can cross multiply and divide. That'll still work out just fine. But that's one way we can get the answer. And before you go, if you like what you saw and you want to raise your score with thousands of practice problems just like that, so you can lower that test anxiety, raise that confidence, go to this link right here to check out the full program. There's a video that shows you exactly how it works, but you're going to get lessons, guided practice, worksheets, speed drills, and everything that you need to feel supported from day one all the way until you pass. Again, I'm Coach Anderson, and I'll see you soon.